Peace, man.
Whoop whoop. In the middle of nowhere, no one can hear you, being an idiot. Don't realise how loud it is riding a bike until you stop, pretty much at this time of night, like late in the evening, in the middle of the countryside. The chain, the interaction with like the tyres on the road, and just the general just the noise that the whole bike makes. So much noise. It's like deep section wheels. They're like a nightmare, really. Every time I ride my well, I say my newer TCR, my Racer Boy TCR, the one I got off eBay. Every time I ride that, like the carbon rims make so much noise that I keep thinking it's a car coming up behind. It's so annoying. So got the little loop-in Tesla on tonight, and the Cat Eye 400 volt XC cross country. It's a pretty bright light, and I remember when I first got it, I was slating it a bit on the attachment, and yeah, it is a bit crap, to be honest. I mean, maybe they'll change that next time round, who knows, but you know, a lot of companies are going for that way of attaching lights to bikes now, and it quite surprised me. Like a year ago, I bought another Hope rear light to put on my trailer, and the Hope District Plus, I think it is, right? And they did away with the old seat post clamp, which was really good, and replaced it with like a rubber band affair, like. And I mean, to be honest, it makes no odds to me, because I can get made stuff up. I've got a friend who's like you know, has got a CNC machine engineering company and that, so it's no problem to get stuff made up. But I don't know what sort of feedback they've had, if any, from people, or why the reason they wanted to change the design for, because yeah, it's not as good. Rubber bands, no matter what they are, made of silicone or whatever, they can snap, versus a metal clamp that's on there, you know. And it's also like more anti-theft friendly, like it's so easy to be able to steal that light. Battery pack aside, that doesn't matter, you can rig it up to anything. On another coffee run. Unsubscribe if you don't like coffee. Only joking. You'd be surprised how many vegans, because that's how vegans lose weight, right? By drinking lots of coffee, copious amounts of coffee. I need a flashy Garmin. I need a flashy Garmin that tells me the temperature. It's not too far off from freezing. The main roads are gritted. We're on the lanes at the moment. It's not like wet or too damp. I would have thought there wouldn't be much of an issue with black ice tonight. Not really. I mean, I don't mean you should go batshit crazy, not meaning that, but the lanes aren't going to be slick, okay? Not like an ice rink. I was reading someone's YouTube, and someone left a comment how they said they'd seen someone riding in shorts and short sleeves today, somewhere in the country, in Great Britain. Mental, absolutely crazy. Like, up until, like, as soon as it starts to get to the end of the summer here, I'm wearing like 3/4. Even over summer, over like all night rides, I wear 3/4, for the quite obvious reason that you need to keep like your knees, your joints warm. All right, again, that could be a performance enhancing thing as well. If you're worried about gains, you know, your joints need to be warm. Otherwise, if they're not, you can pick up niggles, injuries, right? Big, small, whatever. You know, I've picked up injuries in the past. I still get them now, little niggles. It happens. That's part of like being a cyclist. You go out on a long ride, no matter how fit you are, right? No matter how fit you ever think you could be, it's not going to make really cycling like that. You're not going to hurt or like really any easier. So you're always going to hurt. Cycling a bike uphill at any effort, and what fitness you are, still going to hurt. Still going to be in the pain cave, people. That's why you got to like just go out and ride a bike and enjoy it, versus like what's sustainable. If you're on, you don't need to be on Zwift. If you're racing and stuff, right? If you're doing triathlons or you're riding crits and you're into racing and you've got goals next year, right? You even might look like a semi-pro or like sponsored amateur with a local shop or whatever, right? And you're doing like the whole season or something. You're going to need to be training, right? Whether that's on Zwift, going to the gym and doing some weights and all that sort of stuff, cardio, it all goes together, people. It's not just about riding bikes. You need to be doing something like that. I know what I'm on about, to a degree. I don't know everything, but I know what's up. And all these people I see spending all this money and being on Zwift over winter and stuff, which, you know, say about keeping the legs spinning and I'm going to be fitter for, you just go out and do what I'm doing now. I will say though, in everybody's defence, like, I'm not a total ignorant person. Like, I mean, someone was saying that they, you know, if they get home from work and, you know, they've got to look after the little ones, and then the wife goes out to work or something. If you're in that sort of situation, you know, my point being is it can serve a purpose, all right. But other than that, like, if you've got time, you haven't got baggage, all right. That's no disrespect to people that have, all right. Just get out on the bike and go and ride it for half an hour. And again, depending on what you're doing, just to say you're average Joe, like myself, I'm an average Joe, weekend warrior, that's what I am, alright, just around the blocker, and you even just want to do sportives next year, you can get big gains in just half an hour of cycling, alright. Search online, alright, I'm not going to give away my tricks and tips. There's plenty of bump out there, things you can do, but you know, just going out and riding a bike. What you're riding a bike for, is it sustainable to keep training your ass off when you're not even a racer or anything on Zwift or even on the road? You know what you're training for, alright? You might want to, like, you can get up reasonable fitness to go on like local club run or something. Again, depending on what club it is. I know some fast as fuck clubs, man. It's almost like a chain gang. And then you got some more like slower paced clubs. You just got to find the club that's right for you, or depend on who's leading that group of riders. I mean, not everyone, people might know how to ride a bike and they might be quick, but they might not necessarily know how to look after a group of riders, to how to keep the pace sensible, like, so everyone can enjoy the ride, especially if it's a Sunday club run, okay? Again, you know, there's loads of reasons why I ride solo. That, you know, there's a few points there which I've made, which are quite valid, which is one of the reasons why I do just go out and ride my bike solo. There's actually been many reasons, many rides I've gone on previous years where I've gone out at 5 in the morning and almost had like 50, sometimes 100 kilometers in the legs before I've gone on a club run, right? You know, you can get yourself pretty fit. So I mean, no one necessarily knew that, or they wouldn't even know now, right? You know, so like you could use, depending on what training you're doing, you could go out, you know, you start getting fit as fuck, and then use the club run as a recovery ride. I've done that before, and even the club run is still like pretty tasty. If you want to actually know when I actually done that, it was, I think it's about 3 years ago now, before I went and done, like my mate organised, we organised some training camps in Portugal to go and do one of those. And I started late. I did about 3 months of like, that was hard work, and I got quite big gains in 3 months. But it's not fun. It's not really that fun. Oh, people say, oh yeah, I want to be a pro cyclist, and you know, you think about all these like these young'uns, right? Go and train, and they're doing like, they're racing for like some of these Belgian teams and stuff, you know. Not even like, that's like semi-pro, like, you know, like people think they could handle it. They couldn't even handle that, let alone being a pro cyclist. There's so much comes with it, man. It's such dedication and mental attitude. People would just crack. Some people would crack what I'm doing now, just going out on a little jolly. I don't know what I'll do tonight, 150k or something. I'm not even recording it, man. I'm gone beyond Strava now. P-roll's beyond Strava. We're beyond it. Right, I'm gonna stop yapping and do some cycling. P-roll over and out. Next part of the ride's all for me.